On from Chelsea, I need to ask Hussam, though, how he's feeling today. Because we need to ask Hussam how he's feeling, because in the summer, he had maybe the biggest, most epic rant ever, asking for Real Sociedad to be relegated, slagging off mountains, praying for bugs to be on the food of Zubimendi when he rejected coming to one of the most decorated and successful clubs in the world. The reports now from the Ben Jacobs and co is that Arsenal will sign him, that he has agreed personal terms after indeed rejecting Liverpool. What's your thoughts on Zubimendi making this move to North London?
The thing is, like, I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to speak from an Arsenal perspective, because I just don't care about it from an Arsenal perspective. I care about it more from our perspective. Listen, Liverpool are the biggest club in England, but the biggest bitch in the transfer window. I have to acknowledge this because of the way that we execute, because of the way that we run. And it's just a common denominator with these owners. And the reason why I can always talk about owners is I'm the type of guy that I've spoken about them, even when we're first, even when we're 10th, even when we're 5th, wherever we are. I'm always FSG out, and that won't change unless we see significant differences at the club. And, when you look at this Zubimendi situation, it just epitomizes everything that's wrong with my club. Literally epitomizes everything that's wrong with my club. The fact that we don't act, the fact that we don't actually get the targets that we need. And you can see the wheels could be starting to fall off, but the people don't want to talk about it because, as I pointed out to Tom Little, bring the calculators out. You get me? How many points are we ahead? Calculate. People don't ever speak about momentum or important things. From Zubimendi's perspective, obviously he's a game-changing player. No one can deny this. He's a game changer. He came on for Rodri in the Euros final, and Spain didn't feel like they missed anything. He's an unbelievable player. But from my club, I'm very disappointed we didn't go back in for him. I'm really disappointed. I know there was an article by Guillem Balaguer, I think it was probably a month ago, where he said Zubimendi is now open to the idea of leaving Sociedad. I don't know why we weren't the first people to knock on his door, given the fact that we have all the groundwork done from the summer. But we're just messing around and we're just BSing around. But obviously, if he does sign for us, it'll be a fantastic signing for him. And he might be one of the reasons why Arsenal do go on and win the league. But if he does not sign for Arsenal, and he actually stays at Sociedad, maybe he just will never leave his hometown club, and maybe we should all stop trying. So this is still very early stages, I understand, but the fact that we don't try in for him is just pathetic. For me, I want my club to always do the best. I want us to always try. I want us to always try to win and try to compete, but we can't do this under this ownership. We just simply can't. We'll never have sustainable success. The fact that us and Arsenal are in a conversation to begin with is a big problem, to be honest with you. Like, Arsenal, we were top of the world 4 years ago. Top of the world, won the league, won the Champions League. Mbappe was doing interviews talking about us publicly. And now I've got Arsenal Football Club competing with us because of us just not doing anything for the last 4 years. And I hope we don't bottle the easiest league title ever handed to us. So, yeah, it's very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I was so upset when I saw the news yesterday. I was so upset because if he does become available and we aren't the club to get him in the Premier League, it's going to be extremely disappointing.
On Zubimendi, some breaking news.
Yes, good news for Arsenal supporters because they're closing in on signing Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Now, he won't actually join until the summer, but he is a player who's got a €60 million release clause. That's about £51 million. Lots of other clubs have been interested in signing him. For instance, he was close to joining Liverpool last summer before that deal collapsed at the last minute. Last summer before that deal collapsed at the last minute. But Arsenal have been in talks to sign him. I think Mikel Arteta has played a big part in convincing the
Zubimendi, you have earned an enemy forever. I will be watching Sociedad games playing on your downfall, you emotional wreck. You're not even a man. You should give up your chromosomes. You're not even a man. You should go get a sex change because you're not a man. You're a pussy.
Zubimendi, where are you?
To thinking, oh, I'm gonna miss the mountains of San Sebastian. Fuck Real Sociedad. I hope Real Sociedad lose every single game. I hope Real Sociedad get relegated. I hope Martin Zubimendi gets fucked in his career and they transfer him to Elche in the 3rd fucking division.
Zubimendi, where are you? We got some work to do now.
Of Spain, I hope they never select him in the Spanish top team.
Zubimendi, where are you? We need some help from you now.
I hope every single plate of food that he orders in his fucking city has a bug on it. 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 Fuck Martin Zubimendi.
Hello, Raggy. Hello, Raggy.
Oh, Reggie.
Sorry, I just love that rant. It's so beautiful. It really, really is. It really, really is.
That's the worst edit of all time.
The worst edit. I was quite impressed with it, to be honest with you. Viewers, let us know what you think.
Did
Good or
AJ
bad
make it?
edit? Good or bad? No, I made it myself. I made it. I like to edit
okay.
myself. I find editing quite therapeutic, actually. I like just put my earphones on. I can block the world out. It's quite nice. In terms of Arsenal getting this deal, I mean, a lot of rivals are saying it isn't done yet. It may not get over the line. Listen, some people don't like transfer journalists, each to their own. It feels to me like it's a deal where they won't announce it just yet because Real Sociedad's committed to, Zubimendi's committed to Real Sociedad. But Arsenal releasing all this news and briefing the media this way, it feels like it will happen. If it gets over the line, Judge Mo, how good a piece of business do you think this is for Arsenal in terms of bolstering, improving that midfield for them?
In isolation, that deal is fantastic. But that deal tells Arsenal fans one thing. If your opinion, you don't matter. Your opinions don't matter. You are not making of this club. It's called the Mikel Arteta Football Club, not Arsenal Football Club. This is it. This is the message that this sends to the Arsenal fans. If you don't matter, your opinion doesn't matter. You're not the people that support this club. We don't care about you. The deal individually, I'm very happy for Arsenal that they got him because he completes that midfield. Him, Odegaard, and Declan Rice makes a fantastic and a brilliant midfield, to be honest. Him playing next to Declan Rice will actually be, even for the next manager, is fantastic. However, he's Spanish. Mikel Arteta links, as everyone said before, that Mikel Arteta played a big role in this. And I think he will join Arsenal because Mikel Arteta is Spanish and he will be able to convince him to join. But reality is, if Arteta, we still have the same opinion. If Arteta doesn't win anything this season, Arsenal might need a new voice. But it doesn't look like it's happening. It looks like Arteta is going to continue at the helm of Arsenal because of the Cronkies. And Arsenal fans' voice is not being heard. If Arsenal fans don't want Mikel Arteta at the end of the season, your voice is not going to be heard. Yes, it's great work from the Cronkies and everything, but the reality is, what if the new manager doesn't like to play with the same way? What if the new manager doesn't want Zubimendi? People think that I'm salty. I'm not. My club is not even in for Zubimendi. We can't even compete with Arsenal or any of the Premier League in terms of finances. It's a great piece of business for Arsenal. But I'm just saying, why are Arsenal fans not seeing the big picture? If you sign Zubimendi and if Arteta continues without winning, what guarantees that you will win next season? Or you're going to be what Patrice Evra said, next season FC, Netflix FC. I know that people looking at it in individual, but I'm looking at it on a bigger picture. If Turkish wants a change, if Dan Potts wants a change, if every Arsenal fan that goes to the stadium, some of them want change, why their voice is not heard? Why only the Arteta sexuals are heard? Why the people that only love Arteta is being heard? Why the people that are against this and have standards for this football club? Arteta this season have regressed and everyone said that. Losing to 10 men Man United, throwing the FA Cup away, and you losing at home to Newcastle is a big sign of you. You might not win trophies under this guy. You might not win anything under this guy. But the board are treating Arsenal as an experiment, as a process. That is my opinion. You want my opinion? This is my opinion. See, people don't like it. People want us. Because I praised Arsenal when they played good football, because I praised Arsenal last season, we have to continue in the same trajectory or the same way. Otherwise, we're haters. Why would I hate Arsenal? There is no reason for me to hate Arsenal. I praised Arsenal multiple times. But I want Arsenal to be better. You are the only club in the top 5, and I'm not including Spurs, with the longest time waiting for the Premier League or the Champions League. Even Man United, at their worst period, still 12 years. They've been waiting for a trophy, a big one, for 20 years. And I'm sorry, I don't count the FA Cups and the Carabao Cups as major trophies for big clubs. These cups might be good for Nottingham Forest, for Aston Villa, not for Arsenal Football Club, who had Invincibles, who reached the Champions League finals, who had big team, big players that they're Henry, Bergkamp, Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, all these guys. You treat your club, right, as a small club. I've had Arsenal fans in my chat. I want the best for Arsenal, you don't. I'm telling you this, some Arsenal fans, I want the best for your club, you don't. You are happy. One of the people said, but Mo, look where we were in the last 20 years. He brought us back to challenging. You are telling me that challenging is enough then? And by the way, this conversation about Zubimendi has to be about Arteta. You know why? Spanish midfielder that completes his midfield. And it's about him. Individually, brilliant signing for you. You beat Liverpool. Fantastic for you. He completes your midfield. But doesn't that mean that Arteta's continuing? That is my take on this. And I said that on my channel. People don't like it. You know why? Arteta sexual. They like Arteta so much. Arsenal fans, the last thing I'm going to say, Arsenal fans are afraid of change. You've had the same manager for 5 years now. Sometimes you need change. Sometimes
Why did you make
change.
this about Arteta? I don't get it.
Because it's a Spanish link, and every single journalist that reported in this saying Arteta played a big role in convincing the player. Does that make sense? That means Arteta staying next season no matter what. That makes sense to you now?
But we knew this anyway.
Okay, so Arsenal
Forget
fans
about the
not
fans'
heard.
perspective. Me and you both agree that the Cronkies won't sack him. We know this.
Okay, so what, the fans' voice need to be heard, bro. The
I
fans
told
in
you,
the
even if
stadium.
Arsenal finished 10th, they're not sacking Arteta. I told you this.
Okay,
Give
so
this up.
so they're not treating the club as a big club then.
No, we know, but why? But this is not new information. We know that they're not going to sack him. Arteta's not going anywhere. He's not. The Arsenal could finish 10th this season, and Arteta's not going anywhere. Just give
And
up.
that's
this
not
whole
okay
fight.
for you, right? That's not okay for you.
No, for me it's not okay. But I'm
Okay.
just telling you what.
As long as we agree, that's fine. As long as we agree,
no,
I'm
I
okay
agree.
with
It's
that.
not okay from a fan's perspective, but for the ownership won't sack him.
Yeah, because they don't want the best for the club.
If they had a really bad season and they finished 10th, they're still not sacking him.
10